Morning, everyone. Today we found this really cool spot on this app called HipCamp, which a lot of boondockers and RVers use to find places to park for the night. Some of them include really cool themed locations. Some of them are just the lawn of somebody's house. But today we found one that's in Northern Vermont, and it's packed full of stuff to do and just a really cool layout. So we wanted to park here for the day, explore it, check it out, and just kind of hang out for the day and relax. So we found this really cool view on the app, and I was like, I have to stay here. This looks amazing. I can only imagine in October how this looks when all the leaves change color and all that. Right now they're starting to, you can tell. It looks really cool, but you know, we're gonna be here for the day. Who knows where we go next? Aiko's loving it. Look at that. And they have this announcement board with some of the goings on around the area, things to visit, but they also left us a little note. Welcome to Bumpa's Christopher and Friends.
Guess I'm a friend.
Well, this place has an outhouse as well. Let's go check that out. Look at that. A little self-sufficient outhouse in the middle of the woods. But will it smell good? Whoa! This place is like immaculate. Look at this. This is like the cleanest outhouse I've ever seen. I guess you use that white powder, you toss it in there to make it smell good. They got some air fresheners. Wow. Look at this. They have a whole garden. You can pick herbs, looks like chives. Maybe some basil. I can't really tell. I'm not a big plant guy, but looks like they have a couple things that you could grab from here and just use for free for your meals. How cool is that? We got another sign down the hill from our RV. Magic Point or the Dam Trail to Paddle Boat or Buzzy's Bar. Let's try Magic Point first. It smells good. Smells piney. We'll keep going. I see a little something here. What is it, Aiko? What's over there? Hey. Oh, look at this. It's like a little hideaway. Another screened in porch thing. There's a couple seats in there too. You can just sit down here, chill, and watch the leaves change color. Now we're going to check out the boat ramp.
Snake just went that way.
It's a big old snake just rattled by. I bet the mosquitoes here get gnarly too. Oh, look at that. A little boat. We could take it out. And now to Buzzy's Bar. Come on, let's go to Buzzy's Bar. Go up. Good boy. I'm coming over. Watch out. We made it! Look at that. A little bar on the water.
It's feeling very Florida right now.
It's giving us some Florida vibes. This is cool, man. These people created a whole community, minus the people, out of their property with this whole bar, paddle boat spots. There's a bridge right over there with another paddle boat, they said. There's an outdoor shower, a whole field where they host festivals, all kinds of stuff. That's pretty sweet.
making hot water to wash dishes the old school way.
I already know that a lot of the gearheads like myself are going to give me crap for playing on a MacBook Pro specifically, but this thing's powerful. And the thing is when you're in a small RV like that, a 24-footer, even a van or whatever you're traveling in, you don't have space for a gigantic gaming PC. And I have a gigantic gaming PC back at my house. So would I love to bring it with me? Oh yeah, I would love to bring it with me, but this is what I'm stuck with. I use it for work. It's the M3 chip, it's the newest chip, so it actually runs everything high, ultra settings, no problem. So it's actually a gaming beast. The problem is, obviously, they don't develop a lot of games for it. So I'm stuck with a limited library of games, but I got Project Zomboid, I got No Man's Sky, I got a bunch of stuff I can play. So I'm kept busy, and when you're out here, you really don't care much about playing games.
Pick it up. Yeah, we're gonna walk. Pick it up. Pick it up. Good job. Come on, let's go. All right, so while the guys are up there gaming, Finley and I decided that we would come down to the little lookout and get some reading in.
We are hungry, and it is time for lunch. We're thinking turkey, maybe ham, roast beef sandwiches with some cheese, some mustard kettle chips. That's what I'm feeling.
All right, we are gonna make some sandwiches here. We got some ham and some roast beef and some Vermont sharp cheddar. Got Nana's bread and my tiny little baby gluten-free bread. I don't know if you guys remember this from one of our last videos, but this cranberry apple butter that we got from Cold Hollow turns out to be one of the best things on the whole earth. I've practically eaten the whole jar already. But I've been putting it on sandwiches with some ham and some of the sharp cheddar, and it is amazing. Definitely regret not getting the bigger bottle.
We've got our Sammys, turkey, roast beef, cheese, honey mustard mayo, chips, and we're gonna go feast in peace.
Leave it.
Hey, I was gonna knock that in.
Yeah, put it.
Dude, you knocked it. Right, bring it back. Yeah, I gotta retry. Don't hit it, or else I get another retry. Yay! 2 in a row!
Michael, don't. This is serious business. I know sometimes it's hard to stay fit on the road and come up with things to do other than just hiking, so I thought I'd show you guys some of my favorite tools that I always bring with me. And they all fit in this bag, which is amazing. So obviously we have our resistance bands. You can use those for so many different things. I always bring a lacrosse ball, jump rope, of course. And then a new addition that I got recently, which is pretty cool, is these hooks that actually have the knurling on them. So they're grippy, and what they do is they hook on to the bands like that, and then you can use them as a handle as if you had a actual bar, which is pretty cool. So I will show you what that looks like. Hook one side on there, hook the other side on there, just like that. And then once you're done, you just unhook it, change it out, put in a lighter tension, and then you are all ready to do some bicep curls. Another one of my favorite tools to use at a campground is actually the picnic table. There's several different things that you can use this for. One of those is you can use it for presses, box jumps, and you can also use it for a couple different kinds of squats as well. But really the biggest thing is having consistency and really just having fun with your workout and seeing what you have in the area and getting creative on how you can use it.
Michael, look. They have the ring toss game. Sit. Oh. Got it. We got it. We got it. Ah.
We finished lunch. Nana decided that he was going to do a little bit of resting, and while he's doing that, I thought I would come down and check out the boat that we found earlier. One of the biggest differences, I'd say, on this trip, since he's been diagnosed with myositis, is he's not able to do a lot of the activities and adventures that we used to do together, so I have to do them by myself now. Definitely taking some getting used to, but what I try to do is experience it for the both of us, take some video for him, so he's definitely not missing out. So I'm not sure what kind of sea creatures are lurking below the water, but I can confirm for certain that in Vermont there's no alligators. Just a plus.
So I am on bonfire duty. There's a nice little bonfire pit right here. My responsibility is finding some wood and some stuff to light the wood and then lighten it in time for dinner while she's making that. So here we go. There's some bark. Always works. What's under the bark? It's a whole bunch of wood here. Get this dry branch down. Bring it with me. So as I'm setting up the bonfire, I'm hearing rustling in the bushes right beside me. And And like a smart guy, I'm gonna go check it out. Oh. It's a chipmunk. So I got a decent amount of wood started in the bonfire pit for bonfire. So now we're gonna come in here and grab the lighter, and we're not gonna use that. There's actually some birch trees around here, so I'm gonna see if I can get some birch bark because it's very flammable instead of using that stuff, because we're trying to stay as natural as we can out here. Now, let's give it a whirl. Look at it go.
So tonight on Dinner with the Nandos, we are having spaghetti with vodka sauce. And then when we were at the store today, or the other day, they didn't have normal Italian sausage. So we are doing a little experiment. We ended up getting these all natural sweet Italian style brats. So we're gonna be putting those in there instead. All right, so it looks like the noodles are doing their thing. The sausage is nice and sauteed and golden. Technically the package said that it was pre-cooked, so I could have just thrown it right in with the noodles, but I thought that sauteing it golden brown would bring out a little bit more of the flavor and also make it look a little bit more appetizing. It's kind of one of the fun challenges of cooking on the road in an RV. Sometimes you don't always know what you're gonna find at the store. Sometimes it's very much a get what you get kind of scenario. So it kind of makes it a fun challenge to get different things than what you were intending to get and throw them together and see how they come out. Not sure if this is a good or bad thing, but it is giving grown-up SpaghettiO vibes. We've got it plated on our super classy paper plates. I added cheese to it because life is always better with cheese. And now the last step is to take it out to Nando and see what he thinks.
So we met the owners of this hip camp spot a little bit earlier today, and they told us that there is a shower closer towards their property which is connected to this hip camp, and it's an outdoor shower. And I was like outdoor? And they were like, yeah, it's literally on the outside of our house on the side. They said there's a barrier around it, there's a curtain that goes around it. So I was like, man, I haven't had a hot shower in a while. And they're like, well, it gets really hot and you can use it as long as you want. So I'm on my way over there now to see what this hot shower is all about. And hopefully it's what I'm thinking it is, because it's been a long time since I've had a nice long hot shower. What people don't really think about when they're doing RV life is little things like that. You know, especially if you're boondocking. When you're boondocking, you're trying to conserve water as much as you can. But the problem is that means your showers, washing your hands, doing your hair, whatever it is, has to be, you turn on the water, you get wet for a second, you turn it off, you soap up, you turn it back on, and you rinse off and you're done. So Navy showers, less than 2 minutes long. But the problem with that is the tankless water heaters, whether electric or propane, ours is propane, on the RV, doesn't heat the water up fast enough. So about 98% of your shower is in frigid cold water, whatever the temperature is outside at night. It's what your water is going to be during the day. So you're taking cold showers, and then as soon as it starts getting warm, the shower's over. So been a while since I've had a nice hot shower, and I'm hoping that this right here is what I think it is. So this is it. Wow. They got hangers. They got a bench, even a floor mat. That's legit, man. But does it get hot? We'll find out. Oh, it's so hot, dude. Oh, it's like boiling hot. Wish me luck. Oh man, that was worth every second. Whew. That was absolutely worth it. That's the nicest shower I've had in the last 3 weeks, maybe. You feel nice and deep cleaned. Cleaned everything. Cleaned my hat, myself, my shoes, everything. Oh, I feel so clean. Living in an RV really puts things into perspective for you sometimes. And you take the little things for granted. Man, I feel like a new man. So we just stopped at a campground in Southern Vermont, and we need to dump our tanks and refill our freshwater tank. So usually we will find a free spot for water, like a truck stop or something like that. If we can't find one, or a dump station, which we couldn't really find one along the way, we'll usually stop at some kind of campground to dump our tanks, refill our water, and that kind of stuff for a small fee. It's like 10 bucks, sometimes 15 bucks. I mean, it's a good way to do it because a lot of the times when you're RVing and you stop somewhere that has a spigot, you don't know if the water is actually potable, drinkable. So you end up drinking contaminated water, which contaminates your fresh tank if you put it in there. So it's just safer and a much safer bet to, if you can't find a place that you know has potable water, just stop at a campsite, pay 10, 15 bucks, dump your tanks, refill your water, call it a day. We're gonna get to that really quick, and then we're heading down to Massachusetts. We're going to Shelburne Falls, where Dexter New Blood was filmed, because we're gonna check that out. As you guys know, if you watched our other videos, we're big Dexter fans. We've watched it 3 times over. So we're gonna explore that area for a little bit this afternoon, and then go elsewhere. So she is on black tank duty. She's gonna empty the black and gray tanks in there. I would do it myself, but with my medical issues, it's hard for me to bend over and pull the valves way under there right now. So squats are not my favorite thing at the moment. While she's doing that, I'm going to get the hose and filter so we can fill up our tanks and our jugs. We are all hooked up with the filter. Now we do a test. We got a little leakage, pretty normal. And here it comes. Now we just got to get it over to our freshwater tank connection. Plug it in. This is a nice little notch up there, so the hose just sits comfortably there, never pops out, which is nice. And now we turn it on and we fill her up. As you can see in here, she's filling up slowly. While we're here, I like to refill our water jugs as well. All right, we are all filled up. We are all drained. It's time to hit the road. So we have officially landed in Shelburne Falls, Massachusetts, where Dexter New Blood was filmed. So let's go see what we can find. So we found, very loud, we found the Iron Lake Tavern, which is actually called West End Pub, right here, where a lot of the movie takes place. Dexter's bar scenes, all that stuff. It's a bummer. I actually wanted to eat lunch there, but apparently they close at 4, or they open at 4 p.m. So that is not happening. There's the grocery store and butcher that Dexter goes to a couple times. Let's go in. Here is the infamous bridge that makes an appearance many times in the show. You see the Iron Lake Taverns right there. And there it is. In the Bridge St. Bernard Bazaar is where Dexter's gun store was. It's a cool little town. Reminds me of like a little Midwest town, but in the mountains. Right now we are hungry, so we're gonna go to Mocha Maya's, see what they got. Well, they didn't have any food, but we got an iced coffee, a couple iced coffees, and a brownie. So that was a look at Iron Lake, aka Shelburne Falls, from Dexter New Blood. Pretty cool little town. Unfortunately, a lot of stuff was closed, including the Iron Lake Tavern, which is called West End Pub. So we didn't get to do some of the stuff that we wanted to do, but it was still pretty cool to see. The weird thing is that there was no memorabilia really, or any autographed photos or anything like that from when they shot Dexter there. You know, a lot of towns, for example, Woodstock, Illinois, Groundhog Day was shot there, and a lot of scenes from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles was shot there, and they have memorabilia all over the place, all over the downtown Woodstock Square, showing that stuff was filmed there. So it's kind of weird to not see that kind of stuff in Shelburne Falls, but oh well, it is what it is. So we're going to continue our trek back south, and we'll see you guys on the next one.